Hey guys, so I'm excited, y'all, to be here. If you saw my little mini video, I talked about how I'm never really in front of the camera, like in a full way, right? Like I make little videos or, TikToks or whatever, giving business advice, and things like that, but never really about me. So I wanted to share this because if you have ever been told that you need to pick one thing to be great at, I am living proof that you do not have to. I am a proud Jill of all trades, expert in most things that I do. And I know there's so many people out here that are so welcome to Beyond the Bio with Yaminah, me, Yaminah Childress, where I'm going to just share. Not only business, right? Like one part of my business, I'm going to share all parts of my business. I'm going to share my role as a CEO, as a mom of four, as a world traveler, and just all of those things in between, because I think that what we miss a lot of times as business owners and CEOs is really just putting ourselves out there. Well, me, as especially as an introvert, just throwing myself out there and just sharing like the real deal, right? So if you don't know me, I'm Yaminah Childress. I am a CEO of multiple businesses. I am a mom of four. I am a law school graduate. I am a system strategist and a global builder of beautiful things. I'm going to give you a quick, kind of a quick bio, but not so much, right? We are going beyond the bio, but I want to give you a little backstory because I know you may not know me when you see this. And so, um, I am a mom of four. I have two adult daughters. One of them is 24 and she is already a two-time graduate. She is the partner with me at our company, Yanni Beauty, which is a clean beauty brand and specialty retailer. I have a 19-year-old daughter. She just turned 19. She already has her associate's degree because they both graduated high school early. And I'm proud to say that because three or four of my children were homeschooled. Um, and she is an esthetician. She works for Yanni Beauty. She's a model and she does it amazingly. And then I have two younger children. One is 15 and one is 8, and I still homeschool them. We recently relocated from the US to Portugal, so we are a month in, and that's exciting because we have been world travelers for several years, and so we have traveled around the world to five continents and several countries like Egypt and Morocco, of course, Portugal and France. Well, yeah, France and the United Kingdom and all of the islands in the US and Canada and Belize and all of these things, Colombia. So we have traveled the world and I love that for us. I went to law school. I always said I wanted to be a lawyer when I was younger, and but I came from very humble beginnings. I didn't actually even know a lawyer, but it just sounded like something that I wanted to do. And when I was 28 or 9, I did have the opportunity to go to law school and I graduated a few years later. And so since then, I have been a non-practicing attorney where I use my legal expertise as a legal consultant and strategist for other businesses. And I still love that. And I also do things like mediation and arbitration because I love dispute resolution. Instead of us all going to court, I love to help people work out their problems within their own private, either workplace or home. Um, I have always been an entrepreneur. If they say entrepreneurial spirit, and I really do have that. There has never been, besides me saying I wanted to be a lawyer, the only other thing I have ever said I wanted to be was a boss. I was like 8 years old. I didn't even know what that meant. I just knew I wanted to be the boss of something. And because that's who I am, I knew that I would start a business, and since then have started several businesses. So, like I said, I own am the CEO of Yanni Beauty. I am the lead consultant and CEO of Integral Start Consulting, where we help other entrepreneurs and small businesses manage their mind, mission, and money for an impact. And I have recently jumped into tech, and I am the founder of Contractor AI, which is a legal tech platform helping entrepreneurs create contracts and business needs so that they can save money and save time because I know a lot of them can't afford a full legal team. And so that's just a little bit about me and my business. I love art. I love to paint, draw, write. I love museums and all of that good stuff. And moving on from but all things Yamina, um, one of the reasons I started these different businesses and didn't wait for like perfect timing, right? Because if you notice, the businesses are all very much different is because I am a doer, I am a builder. I'm learning to be more of a scaler where I stopped doing all of the building details. I love building things, like I love bringing things to life. And so I bring these businesses to life because it's something that I either needed, I knew people needed, I knew I could try it and do it. And I didn't wait for the perfect time to do that because there's no such thing as a perfect time. If we wait on the perfect time, we'll always be waiting. So if you are thinking about something in your life, right? Like it doesn't have to be business. It can be anything. And you're just like, I'm waiting for when I turn this or when I get married or when I have a kid or when this is right. Just know you'll always be waiting because there truly is just no perfect time. Something will always come up. Some of the things I value are creativity. I value the freedom to do the things that I want to do as I please, hence why I'm a CEO. Um, I value, of course, family. Me and my children are very much close. We live in Portugal. My two adult daughters, we live in condos here, and they live in a condo downstairs from me. So that's how close we are. And I truly value legacy. So the things that I do is not just for myself. I do them always having my children front of mind because what I'm doing is for them and for their children. And I value equity because I think as Black women, especially Black American women, a lot of times, most of the time, we are invalidated, even though we can be educated, we can be capable. People are just always trying to bring us down to size, and I don't believe in that. And I do believe that there should be equity across just everyone. And so those are just some of my values. So I told you what I do. I run those multiple businesses. And even though they are different, they are all rooted in one thing. They are rooted in helping people create the lifestyle, the freedom, the structure through, living in beauty. Oh, and what I didn't tell you outside of my for-profit ventures. So, Yanni Beauty is a clean beauty, multicultural beauty brand. I started it in my kitchen. I handmade products while I was in law school, and that turned into a full enterprise that has since gone global. It turned into retail stores. I have since shuttered the retail stores, and that's just things happen in business, but we are on a trajectory to go across many countries this year. We have rebranded. And so that's Yanni Beauty. Contractor AI is, like I said, to help founders get legally protected. It automates their legal systems and it helps them make more money confidently with the power of AI. And I did that because I wanted to use my legal expertise in a way that helped entrepreneurs because I'm always there to support entrepreneurs. just like in my business, Integral Star Consulting, is where I help those entrepreneurs build systems, build businesses that start, grow, and scale. Outside of the for-profit businesses is what I was about to mention are my nonprofit organizations. So I'm also the founder of Dream It Forward Foundation. It's a youth-based organization that provides free meals to kids all through the summer. We have served over 100,000 meals. We mentor, tutor, and do wraparound services to help young people in underserved communities be the best that they can be. I founded Yanni Foundation, which is an arm of Yanni Beauty that helps aspiring estheticians and beauty professionals come to our apprenticeship program free of charge, help them get licensure so they can build sustainable beauty businesses and brands. Oh, that's a lot. So, with all of that, you would probably be wondering what life looks like for me. So for me, family is at the center of everything that I do. I also just love doing. I'm just going to be honest, which is funny because I'm a homebody, I'm an introvert, but I with my family in center, we love to travel, we love to do different things, and so we take our time to go around the world and do things like ride in boats or ride on camels or horseback ride or jet ski or whatever that looks like just to try new things. I talked about being a homeschool mom, and I started homeschooling when my 19-year-old was in fifth grade, I believe. Like I said, she now has an associate's degree, so she's finished with her first part of college, but I started when she was in fifth grade. She was in fifth grade. My third daughter, who's 15 now, she was in kindergarten. And one day I went to the school because the kindergartner Sarai, she would go to school and she would come home with this work that she had literally knew how to do since she was like 2 years old, and I just felt like it never challenged her to do anything else. And so I had a conversation with the principal at the school, and we sat down with the teacher to see if there were things that we can do to help Sarai kind of go ahead and not just kind of be held back by the curriculum. And the teacher actually told me that she has never uh, worked with a kid who excelled in school, and she only worked with children who she needed to get up to like level, right? To grade level. And that was really something that I was just like, oh, okay. And it prompted me to start homeschooling. And so I've been homeschooling since then. Since then, I've had another child, which is my fourth child and my only son. And so now he is in third grade and they have been homeschooling the entire time. So I got into that and so I'm happy. And it allows us to do the traveling and the things that we love because we're not really locked down by school calendars and things like that. But with homeschooling, I mean, just to be real, it can be some challenges. My kids have learned to be very self-sufficient with school. We use tools like Power Homeschool, which builds out our curriculum, and it took us time to decide which platform and which things we would do. But sometimes if I'm recording videos or I'm in meetings, of course, I may have children making noise or doing things like that. And they've kind of learned how to navigate my work as well and try to be a little more quiet and things like that. But it is what it is. So if you happen to hear that through this video, then I'm just a mom with kids here. Um, and balancing that, like again, it's been a little easier for me, I can admit, because I am a homeschool mom. So I have had the flexibility to do the things that I want to do. If I need to travel for business, I can, they can go with me. Since my oldest daughter is my partner, most of the time she's with me. She's my right hand, Shania. And so, it kind of works. And I know that may be different from people who send their kids to school, but even, moms that send their kids to school, a lot of times they're like happy because they have hours of just like quiet time to do things, right? Um, I have worked in so many countries, and they have homeschooled in so many countries because we love to travel. Like I said, because I am a CEO and run my own businesses, I have created the flexibility to do that. Um, I've told you some of the countries we've been to, but we have been around the world and we will continue to visit different countries. The goal is to visit every continent. So it's 7 continents. We've been to 5. We've been to several countries on each continent. Um, We've only been to Asia once, and that's when we went to the UAE, so the United Arab Emirates. We went to Dubai. So we have to do more things in Asia. We've been around Europe. We used to do European summers, where we would just go to different countries here in Europe, and now we live here. Of course, we've been across the US. Only place I've been to in South America is Colombia, so I would love to do more things in that. So yeah, countries I've been to, countries I've had to work at because sometimes when I'm not on vacation, I'm bringing my work with me, even though most of the time when I am on vacation, I make it a vacation. Um, what else? Freedom. I know a lot of people start businesses because they want the freedom of it all. But what I see a lot of times is that people start businesses and then they work 24 hours, 7 days a week, and then they think it's what business owners do. But I want people to take a note that we are starting businesses not to work in our business 24/7, but to work on our businesses and really be able to have that flexibility and the freedom that the reason why many of us start, right? So I want to just encourage you at this moment, just if you are a business owner and you are working all of those hours, to really start to build systems where you can work on your business and not in it, and that you get the freedom to vacation and travel and do the things that you want to do, right? So, with all of that, let's see. Um, why I'm finally showing up. So, I've spent years building incredible things. Just to be honest, I've built incredible things, incredible businesses, and incredible nonprofits. But I think now it's time to step into the light. I did this, if you use ChatGPT and, or, maybe you've seen this on like your socials, where you ask AI to um, identify your top 5 blind spots or how many ever blind spots. And so I asked AI that. And it said I had been hiding behind the lens, so to speak, and it's very much true. Like I said, I am an introvert. I do prefer to stay home when I'm out. I usually am with my kids, even though some of them are adults, and still I'm with my children, and so we're just kind of do like family stuff. Um, I have to go to business conferences and things like that, but I don't necessarily want to. When I show up online, online, I'm usually just talking about a piece of one of my businesses or a tip for another business owner, but not really anything too much about myself and how I'm putting all of those things together. And it's funny because I do build great things, but depending on where people meet me, they may only get one piece. So, for instance, for Yanni Beauty, I show up at, beauty conferences or events. And of course, people are expecting me to talk about Yanni Beauty. Or if I'm, I just got into tech. And so now I started to join like tech groups and communities. And of course, they're looking for me to be, learning and talking about tech. Same thing with my consultancies or nonprofits. People get pieces of the things that I do, but the truth of the matter is, I do a lot of different things. I do them well. I have earned media in, things like Forbes and Essence and Huffington Post and Beauty Independent and Medium and so many other places because people do see the value of what I bring. But even though other people see it in pieces, I never really show it fully. And so I decided since ChatGPT pointed, put it on out there, that I was going to come from behind the scenes and really share the different, put it all together for you all, right? Like, so if you met me through tech or you met me through beauty or you met me on social media, just bringing it all together so we can really get to know each other, but kind of step out boldly, especially if you're a person like me, especially if people keep telling you to niche down, do one thing, do one thing, do one thing, but you have so many great things to give the world. I think you should embrace that. Of course, with structure, is what I had to learn over the years and things that I teach other business owners. So you want to do it with structure, but I think that we should be sharing our gifts with the world. And that's all I've been trying to do, just trying to share my gifts with the world. So I created this series, Beyond the Bio with Yaminah. It is going to be my commitment really to myself to show up fully, fully being seen with all of the different things that I do, and not for the accolades, because most of the things that I do has a social impact. Everything that I do actually, so many things I do for free, so many things I do just for the sake of helping others. Um, but I do want to kind of show up for people and just be really transparent with, the things that go on in my life as a multi-founder. And I hope that it inspires somebody or helps you come from behind the lens and really show up fully for yourself. So I'll be sharing the blueprints of my life, my businesses in real time, no gatekeeping. We'll do things like the CEO life behind the scenes. And so we'll talk about my life as a CEO. I might teach you about system building, AI tips, grant writing, business strategy, because, that's all the things that I do at Integral Start. I can't wait to show you, all of the things from travel, mom life, mindset shifts, and how you manage it all. And I'm very big on mindset because I suffered with anxiety for years until I learned how to have a different mindset, which was so impactful across not just my personal life, but my business. Mindset is everything. Mindfulness is everything. I think I'm going to even bring on some guests and have some conversations about how they are showing up in the world, especially if they're multifaceted. I'm going to give you some of the lessons I learned. And I think because I like giving stuff, I'm going to give some exclusive offers if you are a part of my community. And these offers may be Yanni Beauty, it may be Contractor AI. I may give out some free discovery calls, something like that. I'm going to throw it out there every so often. And so I want you to stay tuned. And I am going to drop these every week. I'm going to try to get through the rest of the year, but at least 6 months every week. Keep me accountable, hold my feet to the fire. So if you come on YouTube and you have not seen me drop, you hit that subscribe bell, you are following me and you don't see anything, you make sure you comment on one of my other videos and tell me like, hey, I'm missing out on episode, whatever it is. So that's that. Before I go, if you are building something big, if you want more freedom, if you just need to know that you can do it your way, not what everybody else says, this channel is for you. I want you to subscribe to this channel. I want you to drop a comment with your business, what you do, or just your dreams. Like, what is your dream? Is your dream to travel? Is your dream to relocate? Is to start this business? Let me know. I really want to have this dialogue because I want it to be authentically about all of us. The next time I come here, I'm going to show you how I run a business from home most of the time. Even while homeschooling, even while traveling, even while having four little people, like I call them, even though two of them are very much not little. So that is all for now. Thank you for tuning in to Beyond the Bio with Yaminah. I hope that you share this, you like, subscribe, and make sure that you're following me on my socials. at Integral Start, or I am Yaminah. I'm going to drop them in the description somewhere, wherever that is. And I can't wait. I'm kind of excited, y'all. All right, bye.